Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Eclipse, it's going to be Snow versus Rush. Top right, we've got our Protoss player. It's going to be Snow. And in the bottom left, it is our Yellow Terran Rush, ASL Finalist. Recently. I'm not going to tell you who won the finals just because of spoilers, but it was an excellent finals in my opinion. And Rush played very, very well. Alright, man. So, a lot of people are watching here, which takes up a lot of real estate, and that's why I don't like casting games with a lot of people watching, but this was one that I could not pass up. This is from RJB of RJB TV fame. We've got Mong watching, we've got Light watching, we have Free and Motive here as well as Black. So just a lot of different people interested in this match, and why not? Rush is an excellent Terran player. Snow is an excellent and potentially legendary Protoss player who's been around for a while, is very, very good at Protoss, understands how PvT works. Whew, let's see what we get here today on Eclipse. Now, Eclipse is a map that's split in half, but it does allow for, allows for free traversal across the split. It's just for visual sake, really, this split is. Unlike Third World, where you can't actually get to the other half of the map unless you're a worker or unless you fly over there. Alright, we're just going to turn off the vision for everyone who is just not actually playing. Oops, hang on. Where are you, Rush? There you are. Okay. Good, good. We're good. I don't know if that changes anything, but whatever. Barracks coming up. I mean, PvT, the build orders are what they are, right? You're just not going to go for a Nexus first or a Command Center first. You'll die too. Or easily. Early pressure is very important in PvT. It is hard to deal with if you don't go for that barracks first play with gas. If you don't go for the gateway first with the gas, right, then you're in a lot of trouble. Even a one gate into an expansion is just too darn risky for Protoss. So we're going to get a factory up. Same thing for Terran. I mean, both players are just in an interesting position in the early game where you have to kind of do an aggressive build to defend against aggressive builds. So what that means is the other player sees the aggressive build and they have to do an aggressive build to stay alive to your aggressive build, but maybe you're just doing it to defend, but you don't know, but it doesn't matter because it's effectively the same thing. It's just crazy. It's just a crazy, crazy thing about PvT. Like, you can get away with a hatch first if you're a Zerg player against Terran or Protoss. Protoss can get a Nexus first down against Zerg probably, right? But it just doesn't work in PvT. If you do it, you probably just straight up die. Is this SCV going to build a bunker? Ooh, that'd be interesting. I would love to see a proxy bunker, actually. I don't think it's going to... I mean... I don't think it's going to work. But I don't know why else this SCV is here, other than to help fight against a Zealot, maybe? Or help fight against this probe if the probe decides to turn around and attack them. Are we saving up enough? We are kind of saving up enough money to get a bunker down. Dude, a bunker block on this base would be hot. So just check to see if there was a Nexus here, and there's not, so turn around and go home. Because there's going to be enough to defend because we didn't spend money on a Nexus. So good little poke there from Rush. Everyone's like, let us not go to the Protoss natural. 'Tis a silly place. All right, Marines. This is where kiting comes in handy, but oh, actually, not kiting at all. Taking some hits, but ooh, only what, 15 points of hull damage there. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Bunker at the front to deal with Dragoon pressure, which there's going to be because why else would you play Protoss if you don't want to do some Dragoon pressure sometimes? SCV scouting everything. I mean, the probe saw everything on this end, so no real information there. This is the freedom you have as a Terran, though, right? Is what do you build first on your machine shop? What upgrade do you get? Well, it's going to be spider mines here. All three upgrades are pretty good, right? Sometimes we see vulture speed, sometimes we see spider mines, sometimes we see siege mode. Spider mines, maybe a little bit more common than the other two, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Robotics? Ooh, I like the robotics facility. If it's just for observers, that's boring. But if it's for Reaver drops, I am here for that from Snow. He's very good at Reaver drops. Snow's abilities, man. He does like the Reavers, too. I just actually cast a Soul Key versus Snow game on Thursday. of last week. So if you missed that one, I think it was the most popular video of the week for me. So 2 thumbs up on that. But you like Soul Key and you like snow, I think. So anyway, then I had more Soul Key on Saturday, and I have more snow now, and got to give the people what they want. Spider Mines getting laid all over the place. Very good use of Spider Mines. I don't know why else you would get Spider Mines if you weren't going to lay them around. Ooh, like this third base timing. It's a naked third. I mean, there's one Vulture protecting it, but against a Dragoon, that's not going to be enough. So that's why you Spider Mine in case Dragoons do decide to come across the map, and then you're ready for them. These Dragoons not putting any pressure up whatsoever. There's your Observatory. He is prepared for that Spider Mine upgrade to be the first one to come out of that machine shop. He's going to start an Observer now, and then he can move out and start clearing the Spider Mines. But as I always say, Protoss needs to out-Zerg the Terran, right? The Terran is going to be more cost-efficient with their tanks and their Spider Mines and their Vultures and their Goliaths, and the Protoss is not going to be as cost-efficient. They're going to lose more stuff, so you need more bases in order to compete in this matchup at a high level. That said, the Terran getting his third base up first is bad. It's really bad. This Vulture's like, okay, there's not a third Nexus up here. That's cool. I'm going to block it a little bit. Don't mind me, Spider Mine man. Don't mind me at all. Gateway, gateway, building those Dragoons. So I worry. Honestly, I'm worried about snow here. Like, I know this is 6 minutes into the game, and I really shouldn't ascribe anyone really being up at this point, but I gotta say, the Terran getting a third base well before the Protoss does is a massive advantage for the Terran. What he also needs to be doing is some Vulture harass, which is what this is. A lot of Terrans just kind of sit back and macro up on 2 bases or 3 bases, and then move out once they have 20 siege tanks and then try to win that way. But you'll notice the best Terrans send Vultures around. They got Spider Mines up. They're harassing mineral lines. They're forcing the Protoss to build things like cannons in places where they don't want to build cannons. That kind of thing. I saw you, Shuttle. I saw you out of that production tab, Shuttle. Here you are. Is there anything, oh, it is a Reaver. Hey, look at that. Bit of a push here. Dragoons trying to get the tanks, and they kill one. But, oh my gosh, they're going to lose all the Dragoons. I could talk about this too, right? Keep that tank count low. Are you going to lose some Dragoons? Yes, but it's totally worth it. If you're killing 2 or 3 tanks every time you do this, it's a lot harder for the Terran to get up 20 tanks if they're losing 3 or 4 every couple minutes. So this is good. This is good. This is how you beat a Terran as a Protoss. And how you win as a Terran is just constant Vulture harassment, again, around to these bases. It'd be nice to maybe try to get something here, but I don't know. Russia's been content to defend for the time being, and maybe that doesn't... Oh, the Observer gets sniped by the missile turret. That sucks. Ugh. Vultures, do they want to go up this ramp? No, but maybe they should. I guess maybe the body block on the SCVs is preventing them from getting up the ramp. Seems possible. Let's repair each other up, brethren. Let's do that. Okay, so third base is now done from snow, which is great. Getting a wall off of pylons at the third base against that Vulture harass we were talking about earlier. Reaver dropping in, and oh, a couple SCVs die. Ah, no, another one goes down. Another 3 or 4 die there too. Okay, that one got hung up on the geography and won't kill anything. But hey, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, Reaver man. Oh, a Reaver drop at the third, completely shutting it down. Absolutely fantastic stuff here from Snow. This is why I wanted to cast this game. These 2 players are excellent. Snow is doing very, very well here now. I feel like he's kind of taking the lead. He's got a third base. The Terran doesn't. So, hey, basic maths. Arbiter, Tribunal, Charon boosters. These are the plays we're seeing right now. This Reaver, I don't think he's taking any damage either. Like, just denying this third base is awesome. It's so good for Snow to be doing this. but maybe don't lose the shot. Okay, wow. Alright, so Shuttle dies with Reaver and a Zealot, I guess. Maybe the Zealot's unloaded. It was kind of hard to tell in that chaos, but alright. Snow just makes a mistake, which, as we always say, or Sortosis always says, Brood War is about who makes the fewest mistakes, not who plays the perfect game. Bah, bah. Bruh, bruh. Kaboom! Tanks firing away at the back line here. Just trying to clear out some of these vultures and spider mines. Maybe engaging Foley's not a great idea, but stuck around maybe a little bit too long there. Did lose a couple Dragoons to the volleys. Dragoon count looking hot, though. This is a lot of Dragoons. We got some DTs out too. Hello, Templar of the Dark. Zealot legs getting researched. Oh, there's your scan. One tank dies, mostly to friendly fire from other siege tanks, though. And then the Dragoons pop in. Trying to see what they can do here as well. Just keeping that pressure up. We're trading tanks for Dragoons. This is the exchange we want to be making here today. Trade. Trade, 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 trade. Don't let the Terran just sit back and get all the tanks he wants. Slow him down as much as you can. You will not regret it. Science facility on the way from Rush. Gonna go for that EMP ability. Ooh, Zealot Bomb. Just straight up Zealot Bomb in here, boys. And there's enough vultures here to where that really shouldn't... Oh, you know what? Got one of the tanks. That's better than I expected them to do. Tank down. Okay, tank down. Again, the more times I say tank down, the better this is for Snow. Zealots coming up the ramp, trying to deal with these vultures when they can't really kite because there's nowhere for them to go. Okay. Oh, lost a Zealot, I think, there. Bummer of a play, but Zealots in your mineral line is never good because you can't use the siege mode to kill them because of the friendly fire splash. But this is enough tanks and vultures to wipe out that Zealot group for sure. All right, fourth base is done for Snow down the right side. Doing okay. This isn't a great map for just going straight up Zerg with a million expansions. Pushing in with the Arbiter, providing that cloak support, but we have missile turrets. So being invisible doesn't really count when there's missile turrets sitting right here. Also losing, oh my gosh, gonna lose another Observer. Oh, 1 HP, you kidding me? Oh man, that Observer staying alive is huge. You would have had to back off. These spider mines would have been a much bigger problem if he didn't have detection, obviously. All right, man. 12 o'clock here happening. Snow's got this game in a pretty good position, up 142 to 126 supplies. Do you have any upgrades yet? No upgrades for the Dragoons or Zealots. +1 attack is done for the vehicle upgrades for the Vultures and the Goliaths and the Siege Tanks. Very nice to have upgrades available for all three of those things. Jumping into a little bit of tank fire. Off map here, though. Tank fire. Siege tank range is far matey. RRR mateys. Ten Zealots at a time, and a recall getting researched by Snow. He's kind of got the Terran cramped into a 3-base setup, but you know, Terrans, honestly, being on 3 bases is not the worst thing against Protoss. 3 bases is pretty strong. You can get up a decent mech army on 3 base. 2 base is not where you want to live, but 3 bases is not a bad place to be. Terrans of the world who are struggling against Protoss. Getting that 3rd base back was a big deal. There's your EMP that I predicted would come sooner rather than later. It seems to be a bit of a later situation, though. 183 to 151 supply. Snow's looking strong. He looking good. That recall's getting researched. The Zealots have 1-1 now. All right, man. 1-1 Zealots with speed. Gonna just kind of go here, and we're gonna lose some stuff, says Snow, but that's okay. That's totally fine. We're gonna go ahead and jump on in here with our Zealots right on top of your siege tanks. kill as many as we can. Ooh, coming from the right side as well. Stasis up there. Tank down, tank down, tank down. Dude, Snow is doing the recipe. He's following the plan flawlessly. Beautiful stasis. This third base is gonna die. The spider mine might get dragged into the mineral line. Those spider mines are in a very dangerous spot. So another, that's a beautiful stasis. Dude, this stasis play is incredible. On the other side, vultures have kind of set up, or they're not firing. Why are, what? Okay, vultures are over there at the fourth base, not doing anything. I thought they'd be denying income, but they're not. Vultures trying to evacuate from this position as dragoons are just trying to kill as much stuff as they can. Goodness gracious, 141 to 123 supply. I'm really interested as to why these vultures are not firing. Can they only... Now they are? Is that some kind of a glitch? What the heck? Yeah, they only have 3 kills total. They've been sitting back here for at least a minute. That was the weirdest, glitchiest... Dude, Brood War sometimes just a game of glitches. Alright, small vulture harass coming up to this 12 o'clock position, 5th base that Snow is trying to get up right now. That probe's going to die, but otherwise, I don't know. The responding dragoons are going to be enough. The responding dragoons are going to be enough. He's working on 3 Goliaths at a time, but I do not see a transition into carriers anytime soon. Just really more interested in dealing with the arbiters that are going to cause him problems. Ba-da-boom, bum, bum. Alright, tank 2 vultures in that dropship. I just had to let the music play there for a minute. That's like top 5 top moments for me in the Brood War soundtrack. Vulture attack out the 12 o'clock base. Gonna try to kill as many probes as possible and also lose all these vultures. So does kill a few probes, knocks him down to 61 to 63 here for Rush, which is good. Man, he's like, you know what's not really defended is this bottom right 4th base. He is not wrong about this. Rush using the dropships, which is not something we see a ton of in this matchup. His dropship play. Okay, but killing this tank, like, really important. There we go, we got it. Do you want to siege? I guess you don't even necessarily have to siege up here, right? Maybe sieging up now to try to get rid of the, oh man, denying the expansion, trying to get rid of this tank possibly, but he just backs out. He kills some more probes, backs on out. So Rush is doing a great job kind of keeping Snow's economy lower than otherwise would be, but also keeping the Terran on 3 bases through 18 minutes is pretty good from Snow. So where are we in this game? Where else can you... He's got to go here. That's the thing. Like I said, not a lot of places to expand on this map, which means it's easier for your defender, for your enemy, right, to prevent you from dropping. Is this a recall? It's going to get EMP'd is what's going to happen. Oh, it's a recall! And then instant storms all over those tanks, weakening them up, softening them up, bruising them up, however you want to say it, but a lot more tanks on that low ground still firing away. And this 4th base cannot land from Rush. Snow is saying no, everybody. He is saying absolutely not. You don't get this base. Continuing to fire it up. Okay, 3 dragoons down, 2 dragoons down. Zealots reinforcing on in right now. Or okay, 2 tanks down pretty much instantly when the Zealots jump on top of them, as is to be expected. They do have the 2-2 upgrades. The tanks are at 3-2. Vultures at 3-2 as well. Observer sniped by these Goliaths. And this 4th base existing for Rush is good. 145 to 148 supply. This is an exceptionally tight game. This is a really, really tight game. I'm enjoying this immensely. Cannon, cannon. Do 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 do, boom, boom, ba do do, boom, boom. Or I don't know. I kind of feel like Terran being an even supply with the Protoss is really bad for the Protoss. But that said, this 4th base is so delayed. Nobody has much of a bank, though, so I'm not sure how much that matters. Has Snow done enough of a job keeping this tank count low? I kind of feel like, yes, there's only 6 here, with 2 more joining the party. I guess there's more tanks to the north that can come join on in. Maybe an expansion up this way, or maybe a recall from these Arbiters. Something along those lines. Observer poking around, trying to see what's what. Let's get spotted by the Science Vessel, but are there Goliaths? Yes, there's a Goliath in the area to kill it. Goodbye. Goodbye. +3 Goliaths with Charon Booster. Pretty good against anything in the air. I don't think there's a unit they're bad against in the air. They just hit hard. These Arbiters are sneaky, boys. I see them. I see him being sneaky. If you can take down this 4th base. Okay, so that one, nope, he just recalls in. Second Arbiter with a recall. Oh, double recall across the sky. What could it mean? Oh my gosh. He does a bunch of work here, but also a lot of his drop just kind of gets obliterated too. A bunch of SCVs went down, sure, but not enough to really cripple Rush or anything. 3 kills, 2 kills, 0 kills. I mean, that was very well defended for what was, again, a double recall into your 4th base. Extraordinarily well defended there. Oh man, is this... Ooh, is this the moment the Terran moves out with the siege tanks and says, I'm just going to kill your bases now, you can't do much about it? The answer is maybe. I mean, this 12 o'clock I think is just dead. There's really not much, especially if these Arbiters get EMP'd by the Science Vessels that are here that have enough energy to do that. And, oh no, the Stasis comes in! The Stasis comes in. He's desperately trying to save this 12 o'clock. He needs it to live right now. Tank down, tank down, tank down, tank down. But the back line of tanks is still here. These tanks will come out of stasis sooner rather than later. The Science Vessels did not get the all-important EMP off before they got stasis. The win to that round goes to Snow. But, okay, that Nexus is dead. Full evacuation of probes. And again, there's not a ton of places to expand on this map. So Protoss can't be like, I'll just go to my other, like on Fighting Spirit, they would just go to their other corner of the map away from where the tanks are. And, you know, just kind of set up a summer home there, or retreat to the summer home they already have. But you can't do that here on Eclipse. It's not a giant 4-player map. Spider-Mine's getting some connections. That sell it, boy. He's got 9 HP. Third base in trouble. He's like, all right, I'll base trade ya. You go ahead, kill my 12 o'clock. I'm going to kill your third. I can afford to take the hit of losing my fourth than you can losing your third right now, and that is an accurate sentiment. Absolutely, yes. Spider-Mine's just laid all over the place up here. And these Dragoons are YOLO Dragoons. They know they're going to die in here, but they are serving Ire or Shakuris or wherever they're coming from now. Probably Ire. Snow is going to reclaim this 12 o'clock position for himself, which is a great idea. Spider-Mine, Spider-Mine. Okay, clearing out with your bodies a little bit, Zealots. That's totally fine. This 6 o'clock base. The drops! The drops! Defensive Matrix Siege Tank. Gonna get, I don't know, a couple kills before he dies. And that's it, man. Snow taps out! And Rush is your winner in 23 minutes. A really abrupt ending, but I think this was the key. The 6th base. 6 o'clock base, rather. I think that was actually a 6th, too. 6th base at 6 o'clock. Look at this thing. Dead. It's a dead base. The tank drops. The drops over here, too. So strong, killing the 12 o'clock. And then I think Snow is just like, I gotta kill this third. I gotta kill this fourth. One of these things has to die. And if they don't, it's just going to be too much of an uphill battle for me, and I gotta tap out. So the Siege Tank actually survives with a defensive matrix on him. Well done, Siege Tank guy. And really the only... Okay, so the pressure was the 12 o'clock going down. The Siege Tank's blown up the 6 o'clock, and then the Vulture and Tank harass down here at the 3rd base. Actually, is this the 4th? I can't remember. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. The harassment over here was pretty good, too. And then just base defense I mean, that double recall is so friggin' hard to try and stop if you're a Terran, but he had enough resources here. He had enough tanks and Goliaths and Vultures, bunch of Spider Mines too. Cleared out a lot of the Zealots with Spider Mines, and then it wasn't easy, but he cleaned it out. Didn't lose too many SCVs, had 52 at the end of the game. And GG. Excellent job there from Rush. Again, ASL finalist. What do we expect from an ASL finalist, man? We expect excellence is what we expect, even against somebody as scary as Snow. Well done. 162,000 points from Snow, 167 from Rush. Kill death ratio very similar, which is not good for the Protoss because, again, cost efficiency is the big story of the game here. Resources, okay. I mean, the total spent here for Snow was a good number. That's a full 6,000 more than the Terran opponent, but just not enough here today. Too much defense and then too much harassment on the other side. I can see why people were watching this, why there are so many observers. Again, including Mong and Light. Although I don't know if that's really Light. Resun Z Light. Who's that? I don't know, man. Someone. I'm sure it is. Pow. Anywho, that was great. That was an absolutely fantastic, great PVT. I don't think it's an epic tag, but it was really good nevertheless. Terran fans, you can be happy. We've had some PVT games where Protoss has been winning a bunch recently, so good to see a Terran win. I don't watch these in advance, so if you ever think to yourself, Falcon's looking for games with specific outcomes, I don't. I ain't got time for that. And RJB's not sending me replays with specific results either, as we can tell by this game, so we're good. We're good to go. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.